What does the slope of a line mean? Lines can be used to represent all sorts of information. In math, we often use lines to show the rate that an amount is changing. Let's go ahead and explore that idea with these lines written on the board. Let's say that each one of these lines represents the amount of money in a bank account over time. Which account would you want to be yours? Well, let's take a look at each line and see. How about this first line? Well, here we can see that this line is going up. So that means that the amount of money in this bank account is increasing over time. That would be a good bank account to have. Now, how about the second line? Well, here we can see that this line is going down. So the amount of money in this bank account is decreasing over time. Not the bank account you want. Now, how about this third line? Well, here we can see that this line doesn't go up or down at all. It remains steady. So that means the amount of money in this account remains constant over time. It's neither increasing or decreasing. We have the same amount over time. Now, what about this last line? Well, here we can see that this line is also going up, just like the first one. So the amount of money in this bank account is also increasing. Great. But which bank account do you want to be yours? Well, you probably want one of the ones where the amount of money is increasing over time. But which one? Well, let's compare the lines and see if we can figure it out. Here we can see that this line is going up, just like the first one. But it almost seems like it's going up faster than the first line. So it looks steeper. The amount of money in this bank account is increasing faster than the amount of money in the first bank account because we're looking at a steeper line. So this is the bank account that we would want. Great. But what if we wanted to be a bit more specific about how we describe this steepness or that rate of change? Well, slope is what lets us do that. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at slope. Slope is described as the steepness of a line. We can measure slope by taking the rise over the run. The rise is the vertical change, and the run is the horizontal change. To see this change, let's take a look at a line. Let's say that we want to move from one point to another on the line. Well, to do that, we move a vertical distance and a horizontal distance. The vertical distance is called the rise, and the horizontal distance is called the run. So, to find the slope, we take the rise over the run. So, slope allows us to assign an actual number to the steepness of a line, so we don't have to eyeball it like we did with these bank accounts. We can actually look at the value of the slope, and that will tell us which line is steeper. The steeper the line, the larger the slope. So if we just compare the first and last bank accounts here, since this line is steeper than the first one, it will have a larger slope. Cool. Now if we take a look back at our bank account example, we can see that we actually have some different types of slopes. Increasing, decreasing, and so on. So let's take a look at the different types of slopes. How about this line? Well, this line is going up. It's increasing. Lines that follow this pattern of increasing have positive slopes. So the slope of this line will be a positive number. Now what about this line? Well, this line is going down. It's decreasing. Lines that are decreasing have a negative slope. So the slope of this line will actually be a negative number. Now, what about this line? Well, this line is neither going up nor down. It's remaining constant. It's a horizontal line. Horizontal lines always have a slope of 0. Neat. Okay, how about this last line? Well, this line is going straight up and down. So we can't really describe it as increasing, decreasing, or remaining constant over time. It's just a vertical line. So we can't really define that slope. So vertical lines have a slope that is undefined. Or it's sometimes described as an infinitely large slope. Neat. So now we know more about what the slope of a line means. The slope of a line is an actual number that allows us to better describe the steepness of that line.